pajamas all the time. Don't act like you're surprised. Let's go with the purple today. The rambling shall now begin. Smells like blueberries. Blueberries. So, welcome back to Stormin' Norman Says. I am Stormin' Norman. That must mean I have some things to say. And once again, forgot to turn that light out. Now, if you're new here, first of all, if you're new here, I'm two away from 500 subs. Just go ahead, click it. Go ahead and click it. So, I had more things to talk about. I had some exciting things we were going to do today, but Etsy is a thing. The mail didn't run. Not just Etsy either. It was other things as well. But anyway, as I was saying, if you're new here, do this once a month just to talk about all the things throughout the month of May, because we're, the end of May now. All the things that I'm like, this particular thing don't really deserve its own video kind of thing. So we just put them all together in the Ramble-thon. I don't really think people care what I talk about. I think they just want to hear some dude ramble on about stuff. But I had some cool stuff coming. And I was hoping it would be in today because we were going to do not live because I'm recording this, but we was going to do this thing I ordered. But let's talk about Etsy because this is not number one on my list, but we're going to talk about it anyway because it's kind of annoying. So yesterday, I got a package in the mail from the Ukraine. And I'm looking at like, what did I order from the Ukraine? And came in and opened it up. And it was a leather notebook cover. And I was like, oh yeah, I did order that like a month ago. I ordered it for my sketchbook here. We're going to do a video on this eventually. It don't fit, so that's sad. So like, what else would fit in here? I got the idea that maybe I'll take my sequins out of the Galen leather and put it in here, and then I'll put maybe my sketchbook will fit in here. Nope. My sequins also does not fit in here. And I'm like, this is weird because this is A6. It said it when I ordered it. I ordered A6 size because this from Peter Popper Press on Amazon also said it was A6, but it don't fit. So if y'all know this one that I've had for a hot minute, this was a 2-pack of. Oh man, I just scratched the mess out of that. It was a 2-pack of like little pocket moleskin knockoffs, so I took the other one and stuck it in there. Don't love it. Don't love it at all. There's too much overhang. Oh, I don't like it. But it's really nice. I got it navy blue, if you can't tell. It's got a little thing going across it, which is fine. Leather, being what leather is. What I don't understand, which is, again, is not a problem. I just don't understand the thought behind it. So it's got this cutout in it. And you've seen those before, right? You take your notebook that has the elastic on it, and you slide it up into that cutout, and then you can pull your elastic from your notebook, except this elastic is not from my notebook. It's actually sewed into the cover, which is kind of cool, but at the same time, like, why'd you even cut a cutout if you were going to supply your own elastic? Like, You could pull the elastic from your notebook to it, but why bother? There's already one attached to it. Which, like I said, is a cool thing. I'm just like, the cutout part seems kind of not needed, you know. It's got a pin loop that probably holds not many pins. But whatever, you know, I don't remember how much I paid for it, but it wasn't much. And it's cool. It's thin leather, but like I said, it's fine. However, now I am back to the drawing board on if I want to put my sketchbook in a cover. Maybe I just don't want to do that. I don't know. Anyway, like I said, that wasn't really the first point that we were going to talk about. The first thing we was going to talk about, which is now the second thing, we're just going to go ahead and start the video off with the sidekick giveaway. I know I shouldn't do it. I should wait till the end so that only the loyalists that watch the video to the end can participate. But we are going to pull this out. And these are the two I wrote in. So we're going to keep those. Y'all, I don't know why you would want a notebook I wrote in. And then what we're going to do, the Noble Notes, I already used the other one. This was a 2-pack, I think it was a 2-pack. I used one of them already as my new password book. So you'll get the Noble Notes. You'll get all the Lockby ones, the Tomo River Lockby inserts. And this is another one of those knockoff moleskin, which, you know, is kind of this. It looks the same. If just look on the back, it's got that little thing on there. The Lockby ones don't have anything written on them, so if you're wondering which one's which, plus it's darker than the Lockby ones. But other than that, it looks just like them, except it ain't got Tomo River paper, and the Lockby ones are dotted. This is lined, and the Noble Notes is lined. So you will get all these blank notebooks. Not my pen. You can't have that. And the Lockby Sidekick, I used it for a month. I did a review on it, whatever day that was. Last week before this week. So that's what's up for grabs. If you want to enter to win and you live in the United States of America, where they don't kick my head off to ship it to you, I love to ship it internationally, but ship it. Goodness gracious. Ever tell y'all the story about when I gave a Bible away when I used to do my podcast? When I first started doing Bible giveaways, the first guy that won it lived in Canada. And I was like, okay, whatever, we get an international ship. It's just Canada. It ain't no big deal, you know, just right up north there. The shipping cost more than I paid for the Bible. Like, I paid like $20 for that Bible, and the shipping was like over $20. And I'm like, okay, we ain't doing this again. Okay? We ain't doing the international shipping thing again. It would be ridiculous. So if you live in the United States, and the shipping is, you know, where I can ship it to you at a reasonable rate, and you want to win the Lockby Sidekick, as well as the notebooks that go with it, comment below, #Sidekick. #Sidekick. My daggum camera is already getting hot. But, yeah, do that below, and we will pick a winner eventually. What's a good day? What's a good day coming up that we can remember? Father's Day? That's kind of a long way off. That's 2 weeks. Well, Father's Day, the week after Father's Day. Hold on. Ooh, my allergies were bad yesterday. The week after Father's Day, we'll pick a winner for this. So if you want to win, because I know some people don't watch this video, like the last giveaway I did, it was like a week or two later, people were still watching it. and commenting. So it gives y'all 2 weeks for y'all to watch the video. And if you want to join, comment hashtag sidekick down in the comments. Tell me how handsome I am if you want to. So yeah, my scheduling worked out good this week because my buddy was like, I go to my buddy's house on Friday, and I was like, so I'll record the Ramblethon on Thursday because I can't do it on Friday because I'll be going to his house. But then he's like, oh, we need to reschedule if you want to come over Thursday. So, which worked out because yesterday was Thursday and my allergies were wrecking my face. So I couldn't even record it if I wanted to. But now it's Friday and they're not quite wrecking my face as bad. So we're good to go. We're good to go. I ain't gonna lie. I really didn't think I was gonna like this. I ordered it because it's blueberry. You know, who don't like blueberry? I'll try it and see. But I in my head, what was the other ones I had? The chamomile one and the vanilla Kai. Is that how you pronounce it? I don't know. They're over on that table somewhere. I didn't like them because they weren't black tea. Apparently that's my jam, is black tea. But this is black tea. Where's the thing? Oh, I also ordered my favorite one in the tin. Morning Moab, even though I don't drink it in the morning. Don't tell them that. But I got Battleship Blue, Blueberry Black Tea, Organic Black Tea, Organic Elderberries, Organic Blue Corn Flour, and Natural Flavors from Artillery Tea. If y'all have another tea company, because I'm kind of new to this whole tea thing. Like, I grew up, we just drank iced tea, Lipton, Louisiana, whatever. But recently I decided I wanted to be bougie and try tea. And I looked up, like, actual fancy tea, like the proper way to make tea. And I'm like, I really don't want to get that involved. Where you actually have leaves that are ground up and you got a little strainer. I'm like, I don't really want to go through all that to make tea. I'm good with bags, even though this ain't really this kind of bags. Anyway, if y'all have like another suggestion for like a manly tea that I can try, I would try it. Trying to, you know, we did the ancestry thing last year, and I found my ancestors back in like the 1600s. Like, you trace my family back on the Norman side, all the way back. They came over from England, like basically when the colony started, when America became a colony. That's like when, because there was like, they were all born in America all the way back until you got to like the 1600s, and then you started seeing England on the family tree. So, getting back to my English ancestry, I know the English people, y'all got tea figured out. I'm kind of jealous of your tea game. You have a whole time during the day for tea. I was like, that must be kind of cool. Anyway, we're going to talk about this real quick because I realized I didn't show it to you when I did the video. When did I do? Was that this month? Where I did the video about buying stuff on Amazon when you're bored. And I showed y'all all the things I bought. Those funky paperclip things. What else did I buy? Anyway, I bought an elastic, like a thing of elastics for tea in. Well, it wasn't from the Travelers Company, but it was for, you know, it was basically for whatever you want for, because they're not cut to length. You have to cut them yourself. So I cut me a green one because I told y'all I was going to replace, because this was a brown Traveler's notebook with a brown elastic, and I was like, that's kind of boring. So I was looking through the colors that I had in that kit, and I've been reading through Lord of the Rings, and I was like, green and brown Just very Lord of the Rings to me. Very, very hobbitish. So we got the green and the brown, and we're going to do... I haven't been using this a whole lot because I've been doing the bullet journal thing in my mini fill journal. But once I fill up, because like I said, this, I don't really like using this, not this, but that size notebook, because like I can put 2 days on a page. So it fills up pretty quickly. So once I fill up this filled notes in here, which I've probably by the end of June I'll have it filled up. I'm going to switch. I'm going to do bullet journaling in here again so I can get some usage out of this thing. All I use it for is once a day at work for my work booklet that's in the back. And I'm like, I missed it. Like I told y'all, this is my jam. It's my homie. Love this thing. It needs to get more usage. So let me tell y'all a story. By the time, I'm hoping, and I don't know this, but I'm hoping by the time, because I checked before I started recording, we're at 498 subs. And I'm hoping by the time Monday comes, we'll be at 500. Now, y'all know I've already told y'all I got the Patreon already set up. Nobody has joined yet. I understand. That was the case last time I made one too. So I was kind of trying to come up with what are some special things, some special content I could do for the patrons. So if you go to become a patron, like you get access to videos that the people that on YouTube don't get, like an extra little something. But now, and I don't know how it works because I haven't unlocked it yet, but as soon as I get to 500 subs, I already have enough watch hours. I already upload enough videos on a regular basis. I just need 500 subscribers to unlock channel memberships and I think super things or something, whatever that means. Like I said, I've never been this far, so I don't know. Like my other channel has 500, almost 550 subs, but I don't have enough watch hours on it to unlock monetization. So this one I do. So as soon as we hit 500, channel memberships will be available to me, and I can set them up to where if you become a channel member for however much, like $1 a month or something, whatever it is, then I can give you, it'll be like the Patreon thing. You become a member, you get access to special videos and whatnot. So what am I going to do? Like what am I going to make for a special video? I got this idea. I don't know if it's a good idea. Y'all let me know. I'm thinking about storming stories. And I'm thinking like on my Facebook page for like the last 3 or 4 years. I don't do them now, but for like the past 3 or 4 years, I did these things I called road rants, where I would just turn the camera on while I was on my way home from work and just rant about a particular subject, whatever it happened to be. So I was like, we could do something like that. Like if you become a channel member, you get access to Stormin' Stories. And it would be, I don't know, like a weekly video maybe. Maybe a monthly, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know how it works because I haven't unlocked it yet. But I could do these stories, kind of like I used to do those road rants. It might be fun. Like I just tell you, if I'm not ranting about something, I could just tell you something some crazy story that might have happened to me during the week or whatnot. Just a thought. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that. We could also do something stationary related. I'm still trying to think of something like, I was like, what if we do a journaling session? But at the same time, like, journaling is kind of personal. You don't really want people watching you journal. So I don't know what we could do, though we'll figure something out when channel memberships get opened, which will hopefully be Monday. I mean, it ain't hard to pick up 2 subscribers in a weekend, you know? It's possible. Anyway, I told y'all in the last video, I modded a pen. I know. I'm like a stationary guru. I'm like, move over Brad Dowdy. I'm the new pen addict. I'm the president of stationery. If you listen to the last episode of the Pen Addict podcast, they did the president of stationery thing. But anyway, this is, y'all know what it is. It's my Lamy Safari rollerball. I don't like the rollerball. I don't like rollerball pens in general. For the same reason I don't like gel pens. But I do kind of like gel pens now. But you know what I mean. Now that I have cracked the gel pen code as to what size, like I said in the previous whatever video, where I understand the gel pen equivalent to the ballpoint equivalent size and how they coagulate and formulate together. Now I understand gel pens and I can like them now. But not rollerballs. Rollerballs still put out too much ink for my tiny handwriting. So I'm like, looking on jet pens, I'm like, do they have a ballpoint refill? Like, does it not make sense that Lamy would make a ballpoint refill that you could also put in this? Apparently not, because I couldn't find one. Now, if there is one, you let me know in the comments, okay? But I couldn't find one, not on jet pens anyway. So I was like, what other equivalents? And I started doing a little bit of research. And then I realized there is none. There's no other things out there that are ballpoint that'll fit this. So let me tell you what I did. I became a pen modder. The problem is that the refills I wanted to put in this were too short. They didn't work. I tried several refills. Here's the rollerball, the Lamy rollerball one. So I got my refills out. I tried out several of them and it didn't work. So if you recall, somewhere up here, I think it was this one, my Refine, I couldn't get no refills to fit in this except for the refill in this Jetstream, plastic Jetstream. It fit in there. And I really like the Jetstreams. So I'm like, I took my other Jetstream apart, but it was too short. So what did I do? I grabbed the crappiest pen from the back of my thing, because like I told y'all before, in the back of my pen storage thing here is the pens I don't like and I don't use, and they're cheap and they're crap and I don't even know why I keep them around. So I took one of those pens out and I snipped off the tip, not the tip but the back. Let's see if I can get y'all in here. So I snipped off the back of the refill, drop that in here, then my refill for the Jetstream, I took the spring off because I don't need that. I think I did. Drop it down in there, screwed it on, and it worked. It filled that gap just enough to keep that from pushing back in there when I press down on it and I write. So I modded a pen, even though, I really didn't do much except cut a little piece off another pen and shove it in there, but I still modded it. And now I have the refill I want, the Jetstream 1.0 ballpoint refill, which is the jam, the cat's pajamas. I got that in here. Now I use this more often because I love my Cleveland Guardians colors on my Safari here. You too can be a pen modder someday if you put your mind to it. So, do I have a question for y'all? I guess I do. So last month I realized, after I'd made the video, I realized the error of my ways. I had a question of the month for y'all about something, whatever it was, follow-up vids. And not near a single one of y'all answered my question. But I went back and I thought about it, and I'm like, well, the reason they didn't answer your question is because you asked like 5 questions. Like during the course of the entire Ramblethon, I asked y'all like 5 questions. So that's probably why you didn't answer my question, because it kind of got lost in the shuffle. So we're going to keep it simple today and just ask you for some pin suggestions. I'm looking at Asvine. Asvine, is that how you say it? Because you like, last time we talked about the Jinhao. I tried the Jinhao. And now I want to try Asvine. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. What pin would you suggest? Do you have an Asvine pin? Because I went looking on Amazon, and like I saw a bunch of pins that I'm like, oh, that's nice. I'd kind of like to have that. But like, do y'all have a suggestion? Also, do you have a Retro 51? Now we're going from cheap to expensive. I'd kind of like to have a Retro 51. And I noticed that the one that everybody seems to have, and seems to be like the most popular, is the Tornado. Is that what they call it? I think they call it the Tornado pin. Do you have a Tornado? Do you like it? Do you have a Retro 51? Like, what's your jam when it comes to Retro 51? Because I kind of want to get one, but they have so many options. Like, I don't know where to start. Upcoming videos for the month of June. So we're going to do an update on the Mac Mini once I've spent a month with it. How long have I had it now? Like 2 weeks, I want to say. So we're going, once I've had it for like a month, I'll check my Amazon and see when I bought it, because I can't really remember. We'll do an update on how I'm getting along with it. This video here will be the 3rd video that I've edited on DaVinci. I'm getting kind of used to DaVinci a little bit. I'm starting to kind of try. I'm kind of figuring out the things. It took me a long time. Like with the one video I made about it, I was complaining about my. Oh, by the way, I got a new mouse. But I was complaining about my thing going in the wrong direction, and somebody said, you can change that in the settings. Well, I couldn't find it, but eventually I did find it. So now my rollerball goes the right way, the correct way, the way God intended it to go. I got a new mouse, like I said. The one thing I don't like about this mouse is it's not very grippy. It doesn't grip very well. But this one was starting to do weird things that I didn't ask it to do. Like, I would start a YouTube video, watching a YouTube video, and I'd click on it and it would go full screen. I'm like, I did not click on full screen. Why are you doing that? So I got a new mouse. So even though I said, you know, one of the reasons I'm getting the Mac Mini is so I can reuse some of my stuff, I'm not reusing any of it, except for the speaker. That's the only thing I'm reusing from the old setup. But we're going to do a follow-up vid on the Mac Mini. What else? Oh, random notebooks. We're going to do, if things work out the way I'm thinking, sometimes Facebook would just suggest like notebook companies to me that I've never heard of. Like, you'll see a Facebook ad for some notebook, some journal. I've never heard of that before. So I got thinking, like, we're going to check some prices. Like, I got one pulled up on my computer right now. Let's see how much they are. Okay, so these ain't bad. $12, $5, $14. Okay, so these prices ain't bad, but this is a company called Denick. And apparently if you buy their notebooks, it supports a school or an artist. I don't know. Does something. Make you feel all warm and fuzzy inside. But I'm going to buy some of their notebooks, try them out. We'll do a review, because Facebook shows me these things, and I'm like, I've never heard of these people. Like, why are you showing me this? They don't have a reputation. So I'll review them, because I bet nobody else is going to do it. So I'll review them, and I'll give y'all insight into some company that you've probably never heard of when you're going to buy a new notebook. These are pretty cool looking. They got all these artist designs on the front. And they're not expensive. They're pretty cheap. We'll see how good they are with fountain pens, blah, 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 all that good stuff. So I'm going to order from them. And if Facebook shows me another random notebook company that I've never heard of, maybe I'll order one of their notebooks. I'm going to do a review of that one. But we're going to be on a mission to try out random notebooks that you've probably never heard of. We're going to do some follow-up vids that nobody asked for. I asked in the question of the month in the last Ramblethon was, what follow-up videos would you like to see of products that I reviewed last year? And nobody answered, so I'm just going to pick on my daggone self. I'm going to pick on myself. And we're going to do one or two follow-up vids of products that I reviewed last year. And we'll see, hey, it's been a year since I did a review on this. How is it holding up? How am I liking it? Maybe I don't even use it no more. Maybe I use it every day. I don't know. We'll take a look back in the time machine. And then, as my camera, I'm assuming that's the overheat thing. Maybe it's something else. I don't know. But I'm running out of bars. I know that. Some advice. Some advice to you. The other day, what was I doing? I think it was Monday when I didn't have to work. And I was sitting here and I was wanting to write something, and I had my notebook out, and I just sat here staring at this page, and I thought to myself, you know what? Let me give y'all some advice. Don't stare at blank paper. Because I do this all the time. I know I'm not the only one. You want to write, maybe you want a journal. You get your journal out, pop it open, and you just sit there and stare at the page. You're like, I don't know what to write. I brought my journal to work with me. This one, my Zeke ones, I brought this to work with me this morning, and I didn't really have nothing to write. I opened it up and I want a journal. Let's write something. And that bottom, not even a paragraph. That's all I wrote, and that's fine. It's your journal. If you only want to write a sentence, write a sentence. You want to write 5 pages. Write 5 pages. It's all good. But don't sit there and stare at it. Because I was sitting there staring at my notebook, whichever one it was. It might have been this one, my book writing notebook. And I was sitting there staring at it, and I kind of wanted to play PlayStation, but I kind of wanted to write at the same time. And I'm sitting there staring at the page, and I'm like, why am I doing this? Just staring at the page is not going to make an idea come into my head. So there's a hair in my tea. So I pass this advice along to you. Don't fight it. If you're sitting there staring at your page, I want to write something, or you got, maybe your Microsoft Word is open or whatever, and you're like, I'm about to write something. And then you end up staring at it for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Just stop. Walk away. It ain't time to write. Your mind ain't got nothing. Your imagination ain't got nothing. It ain't going to magic. It's like when you're laying in bed at night and you can't sleep. Quit trying to make yourself go to sleep. That's why you can't sleep. So the more you think about how you can't sleep, the more you will not be able to sleep. So, the same with writing. If you're sitting down to write, you're going to write in your journal, you're going to write your poem, short story, whatever. And you're just sitting there I don't know what to write. Then stop. Go do something else. Don't sit there and stare at the paper. It ain't going to magically appear on the page. But, there you go. That's free. That's your free advice for the month. This month has not been my favorite month, I'll tell you that right now. It just seems like I didn't have as many opportunities, which is probably good. I didn't have as many opportunities, it seems, to record videos. You thought you was getting away from this, didn't you? You ain't. So, I mean, it just seems like every time I turn around, I wanted to make a video, but I couldn't for certain circumstances and whatnot. And it was just aggravating. But I can't look back on May and think that anything got missed. Like, pretty sure I made all the videos I intended to make. The Sidekick, the M2, blah, blah, blah. Pretty sure all the videos that I had planned on making, I made. But it just seemed like every time I turn around, I was like, I'll make a video today. Nope. We're not going to make a video. So whatever. We're going to play Tin Whistle now. We're going to play Scarborough Fair. I'm probably going to butcher it because I can't play the last part of this song. But let's give it a shot. That was terrible. Okay, it wasn't as bad as some of the ones I've done, but hopefully when I edit this, I can make that sound way better than what it sounds like. Anyway, that's going to do it for the May Rambles on. And hopefully I didn't miss nothing. I don't think I did. Let me double check the original notes. Sidekick giveaway. Talked about that. Follow-up vids. Talked about that. Down month. Just talked about that. Stop staring at paper. Talked about that. TN elastic. Talked about that. Storming stories. We talked about that. Paper cutter invention. We did not talk about that because it's kind of silly. But I was thinking about would it be cool if somebody would make an invention like a tool. Real quick, okay, I said we weren't going to talk about it, but let me just toss it in there. Like, say you wrote on the first page of your notebook, and then you decided, I wish I hadn't done that. Because I wish I could. Now I don't want to use this notebook for a different purpose because I've already wrote on. You know, some people are like that. What if they make an invention where you just put it right here and pull it down, and it would cut that page out, like perfect, like, cut it out, because if you try to rip this out, you're going to have a hard time. But that'd be just cool. Then you could just like, okay, I screwed up the first page, just cut it out, and now you got a whole blank notebook. Whatever, I'm not an inventor, but it sounds like it'd be cool. I modded a pen, we talked about that. Live stream ideas, we did not talk about that. And Retro 51. If y'all wanted to see a live, if I was to do a live stream, like what would we do? What would you want me to do? I've tried live streams many years ago, and it didn't work out well for me. Plus, I would have to do it on my phone because my internet is kind of crap, and I'm just not hip on ways to make a cool live stream. I don't know, but if I did do one, or if I just did a live video once a month, maybe, I don't know. What could we talk about? If you got some ideas on that. If not, whatever. Because it don't matter to me. I'll just keep making my videos like I usually do. And now we're going to make my camera happy because it's getting up to where the bars are turning red. I don't understand why this thing started overheating. Maybe it's because I put it in the corner where the computer is and all the computer heat. I mean, logically that makes sense. Anyhow, I've been Stormin Norman. I have said things, and we'll see y'all in the next one.